Hey, dear friends. It is lovely to see you. As you can tell, my voice is a little wonky. I have COVID right now. And I will admit, COVID has been way tougher this round. This is my second time having it. First time was like a bummer, but this one has been extremely challenging. And I had like a huge wave of fear, self-doubt, self-criticism, like that impulse to like take everything down that I've ever done in my life and hide in a corner. And then I took one day off of work and then I started working again yesterday and I was feeling like pretty much better yesterday, and then by the end of the day I was doing the creativity class, the first one, right? And I had scheduled that at a time when I would not have my kiddo with me, because that's like bedtime normally, but it's on Tuesday nights when I normally don't have my kiddo with me. So some things changed, and it ended up that he was here. We both have COVID. It was his like bedtime routine time. So I like fed him quickly, brought him upstairs with me. Then like my brain was uh not connecting the dots in the same way it typically does, probably because of being concerned about him, wanting to like make sure he was doing okay, but also being a little nervous about the first class and then also COVID. So started off, played the wrong meditation, which was like this meditation that I made recently for something totally else. And it was like about death and it was totally out of context. And like everyone was kind of like, oh, like this is weird. But I was so like flustered that I didn't even, you know, how when you're in fight or flight, like I always talk about, you can't think about solutions because you're just like, what? So I was just like shocked and just like sat there and did not turn it off. I now realize I definitely could have just paused it and been like, oops, wrong meditation. It turns out I found out later that it was just like titled incorrectly. So I clicked on what I thought was another meditation. Anyways, I did not stop it. It went through. Everyone was like struggling with it. My I didn't know that I could mute myself and that it wouldn't mute the meditation. So I'm like trying to hold the microphone so that no one could hear my kid like playing with Transformers loudly in the background, coughing, sneezing, blowing his nose. It's a catastrophe. Afterwards, people were gracious, but they were all pretty much like, that was not comfortable. And I didn't agree with the things in the meditation, which, like, as I was listening, I also didn't agree, even though I wrote the freaking thing. Anyways, after that last night, I was like, are you kidding me? Life, like, this feels like such a shit show, right? So I got my kid to bed, thankfully, and I'm like laying in bed trying to not delete my entire YouTube channel, cancel all of my business forever, and just delete myself from the planet, right? And I'm doing the like, okay, like what can I accept about this? What can I learn about this? I'm like, okay, failure is like one of the greatest teachers, like trying to go through all of these things, right? I like somehow fitfully get myself to sleep. And then I woke up in the middle of the night, like this was written in the middle of the night, like with no light. Um, and this was the realization, okay? Which I think is actually pretty cool. All right. So the vision was like a warming up of like a choir or like an orchestra, okay? But choir I think is a little better. So the leader of the choir like plays one of those like whoo, like this is the key we're all going to start on, right? And everyone goes like huh, they like try to match the tune and everyone's like slightly off, but like you need them to go ahead and try because you need them to find the note, right? So that's the idea of the little like thing, pitch, whatever. So if they don't try, then like you don't know how close they are. They need to go ahead and be like, and then you play it again and then like whatever. I obviously this is not meant to be a beautiful singing situation. So everybody's trying to like find their note, right? And in the song, everybody has different notes to make the whole song what it is. But at first, everyone has to like practice and try to like find their note, right? And they have to go ahead and do it. So this was the realization that like we are all meant to be our own note, okay, in this beautiful song that we're making. And right now, like life is like us trying to be like, like the person's like ringing the thing again or blowing the thing again. And then we're like, like trying to match it. But like we're mostly not able to find the note yet. But we need to keep trying. So this is me saying, last night when I did that class, I was trying. I was like trying to find the note. I didn't find it. Okay. But I'm going to keep trying. And like, I am not going to try to be like, oh, you should already have the note. That was my first time doing that. I had COVID. My kid had COVID. My kid was there. Like, there was a lot going on. I played the wrong meditation, whatever. The other thing is, okay, so I'm trying to find my note and I can leave space for me to like not be able to find the note for a while or like keep trying or like play or like sing a couple different notes before I find it. Okay, there's space for that. But there's also space for like we are singing a bunch of different songs and like people can say like, oh yeah, I like that song, or like, oh yeah, no, that's not the song for me. That's allowed. So whatever I put out into the universe, like I also had this thing last night when I was like, oh God, and I say like subscribe and you should share this with people. It's like, okay, here's what I actually think is worth sharing about me trying anything on this planet is that I'm trying to find my note. And that's worth sharing because I would love everyone to try and find their note. And maybe if you see me trying to find my note and not getting it, like not doing a great job, or like saying things that some people don't like, or doing a meditation that people don't resonate with, or saying something that is off, right? Every time I don't get the note right, but I keep trying to get the note, like I feel like that's an encouragement to someone who maybe is like, I'm just not going to sing because I don't know if I can find the note. And I do think that there's something really valuable about us each going ahead and just trying to find our note and singing the wrong note for as long as it takes until we find our note. Because if we don't keep trying to sing, then we don't get to have that song. And the song is like why we're here to sing the song, right? And it's like another analogy that I really love is like a puzzle, right? Like the individual pieces are not so dramatically like there's not one piece that's more important than the other. But if you finish a puzzle and you're missing one piece, it's like really unsatisfying. It's like really disappointing, right? You need that one piece. And every one of us are like that. Like we really do, we are here somehow to complete the puzzle. And that's not about being like more important or more influential. That's not about like knowing, like, if I'm not saying like my note is the right note, because that would be completely opposite. Like, we need a bunch of different notes. So don't do my note. Don't try to do my note. Don't try to do anyone else's note. Try to do your note. And like, that will make, excuse me, that will make the whole song, right? Okay, let me look at these nighttime scribbles to make sure there wasn't anything else amazing that was given to me in the middle of the night. Also, last night I had a dream where like all these things were happening, and all of a sudden, Thoth was like a giant Thoth face, just like filled the entire screen of my mind. And they were like, and then the dream ended. Tell me what that means. Okay. At the end, it will be a song. And if everyone sings the same note, it won't work. We are just warming up, just warming up. We're just warming up. You know, at the beginning of an orchestra, when all the instruments go like, and they're all just warming up. But we've got to warm up. It's a part of it. So I'm just warming up here. If you find anything of encouragement, I am so grateful. If you don't, please like never watch anything again. Like you can even tell people like, please do not watch this channel. Okay. Because I really do think like there's going to be a million songs and we'll all find the right song for us and we'll just be warming up and like there's no pressure and you don't have to do it right. It's just about like just willingness to try or not. Like you do you. There's no problems. We can't make any mistakes. Like just I love you. Okay. I love you. I think you're great. Whatever you're doing, whatever you want in life. And I am sending you a big hug. Okay. Love you.